Alright, what's up, guys? What did the poll say? Poll says 50-50. Perfectly even.
Oh.
Alright, so I'm joined here with Reaper and Rocker. They're gonna take it away. And what's this a best of, guys? Is this best of 7?
Best of
Believe so.
7, so every map will be played.
Alright. Just getting the party started.
So let's see if players have their vetoes all set.
No vetoes, right? But
Well, I mean order.
oh yeah.
Yeah, no vetoes technically, you're right.
Can you grab Reaper?
Yeah, I requested to join party. I don't know who's party lead.
I hit yes, and then it didn't do anything.
Huh. One sec. Make sure. This is set.
The number is 7.
Try again.
The number is
There we
7, guys. Let's see if Alright, Maple says 11. It's pretty close. Let's see what Mio says. 18.
Oh shit. Oh, what server? Should I do West?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so I guess all games are on West.
Alright, Maples picks Neo as the first map.
Wow. I'm actually surprised he picks Neo.
Probably wants to get it out of the way.
True. It's a scary map.
Maybe the least likely to see heavy cheese in the first map, or we'll see.
We got Royal Blood second, Ancient Cistern third, Crestfin fourth.
So I will say to the viewers now, MeomaikA is our newest player, of course, and the guy has just loads and loads of tournament results. So these are his exact kind of games that he just wins. He's just so good at. And Maples, these are the games that, historically speaking, he's kind of had a harder time at. But he's just absolutely killing the ladder lately. Like, he is destroying the ladder. So Mio is his final boss. This is a pretty hype show match here. I think it's arguably both their best matchups. I know Reaper would say Mio's is ZVZ, but I feel like he's beaten so many good top Protosses that it's hard not to say this is his best. But it is definitely Maple's best matchup in PvZ, so that's for sure. So Maples chooses yellow. MeomaikA chooses red. Ah, Just kidding. He wants green.
Nice.
He's another green lover, Reaper. We got another one.
Man, I'm gonna be fighting in the lobbies for power rankings.
Yeah. It just goes with what I was saying earlier. We should have a green team a green team clan war versus the rest.
Actually, true, yeah.
In the top left, in the green, we have MeomaikA. The team Gosu Pro.
And in the bottom right, Gosu, Plains Yellow, Maples.
So he didn't opt for the typical Maples always scout early probe. In fact, he's going to even mine some minerals.
I actually kind of like gate scouting Mio. I think that's actually pretty good because it's you just have the extra money to deal with.
And he's just automatically going to go pool first, right? So.
What is this? Got a cheeky drone going out somewhere, maybe for a patch block.
Yeah. So it is starting weird then.
It is kind of late for a hatch. I think this might actually be just a proxy hatch.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh, he's going for the natural.
It is for the block.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Thank you, Kirby. So, starting off the weirdest map in the map pool with a little bit of weird coming in.
Yeah, Maples isn't actually pulling a lot of probes. He's just gonna... Wow, he's actually... Usually he pulls probes against this. I wonder what he's gonna try different.
So you almost should have let that pylon finish, right? I mean, this is going to be a decent supply block now.
Yeah.
I guess not terrible. Probably only one probe, but...
I just wonder what he plans on doing, because this hatch is definitely going to finish, I would think. It's going to be a long while before.
I mean, Mio is building a gas, but he has no gas, so... It doesn't really look like he wants to be too aggressive with this. Build some slowlings, maybe a queen if he can.
Yeah. Maybe he'll try and pop one out, see if he can hide a tumor, but definitely just delaying the expo. It's actually going to be Stargate, so it's a lot more passive.
Cancels. Wow.
Oh, wow. I'm actually... Maybe just because he already saw 2 Zealots, and for him that's enough commitment. Oh.
Probe gonna go down? Nope. Alright,
Oh.
good save.
It's actually big him not getting that base, because now he's floating a bunch. He'd really like that base.
Yeah, and the drone did go down. Adepts on the way, Stargate on the way. Oh, he got the cancel.
Oh, oh. Man, this probe so annoying.
Yeah, 800 minerals for the Zerg player here.
He's getting speed and keeping 3 on gas. That's something to keep an eye out for.
With that being said, a lot of lings going down, and there's kind of a lot here at his front door. Gonna come down to how Maples micros it though.
Definitely. And he's getting a safety void instead of a Oracle, which I kind of like that. We are seeing drones now.
Ooh, that's a lot of lings. And there is no queen in the main.
Oh, got a good surround with
Gets
the drones.
the surround though.
Oh.
Wow, only one drone went down.
Yeah.
Pretty major.
That could have been way worse.
2 drones total.
Maple's definitely scared. Double battery, even though his Nexus isn't even done yet. Kind of hard not to be with seeing gas still mining after speed. Usually it's some kind of Roach Horn or Bane bust, but I have seen people actually stay in gas just for if it's Glaives. They don't have to do double gas if they want to do a Roach heavy response. So it's not that bad actually. Now it's Oracle.
So 25 drones to 32 workers, but there's already a lot of lings. And we already have 3 queens versus 1 void ray. So the game's kind of stabilizing. I wouldn't say either player is really, got the advantage yet. I think Maples maybe does in the tech.
Yeah, the only thing I think I'm worried about for Mio right now is he doesn't really have any good way to deal with glaives. It's just pure Queen Ling for his defense for the foreseeable future. Looks like he wants to go double upgrades.
Yeah.
Definitely won't be in time for the glaives, but if he can get away with this greed, he's going to have a great transition into the mid game. That being said, it's actually not a crazy amount of depths. It is 4 gates, but the timings are all off since the start was so funky, so it's kind of hard to read the situation on both sides.
So the lings just missed the adepts coming out. So that is a pretty big... I mean, he was already making lings anyways, though, so...
Yeah. It is going to stink that nothing's in position over here. You might get a couple free drones before the pull starts. Yeah, gets a few. Starting with 3,
Does he
not
finish
bad.
the shade? He does not.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Here comes
Yeah.
2 more adepts in the natural. He should finish that shade, right? Yep.
Nope. As you
He's
target
gonna finish up,
drones.
finishes
Oh,
both shades.
made a small mistakes with 2 adepts. Wasn't targeting drones, just aggroed on lings, so it stinks a little bit. Now the lings actually get great surface area on these adepts as well.
This is
I think
starting to look a little scary for Maples here, because now this is going to be a lot of links to deny his third.
you're
And
gonna
there's
have
no
1-1.
Oracle.
Yeah. This is actually very scary now. That was a great defense for having pure lings versus glaives. And no upgrades even.
Only 7 workers went down. That is not what you're shooting for as the Protoss when you upgrade glaives. You want 10, at least.
Especially when you lose all your adepts.
Yeah. Maples is one of the best adept users.
So I wonder, is Mio just gonna probably link this third? Flood it?
A
Well,
great
actually.
stasis. But it doesn't get the Banes, but the Banes are kind of derping.
Oh, that was actually.
Until
Wound up
they
being
weren't.
okay. That being said, now he's gonna have super battery available at this next finish, so I think that base is pretty safe.
Darkshine finishing. I saw a Warp Prism in the production tab. Where is it?
Yeah, Lair's just starting, so he has spores, but that's gonna be his only detection. So if Maples gets a good jump on him,
Warp Prism already in position.
yeah, 4 gates too.
So this 4th is no longer going to be in the atmosphere.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
he has 3 batteries at his natural. He's respecting Neo a lot this game. Oh, more Banes. Wow. Maybe I was wrong about it being safe. Guess Bailing's equaled that equation out.
The 3rd going down, though.
Oh, the DTs.
Oh, kind of derping.
Man, that
Attack
could have
the
been.
hatch.
Alright. Well, so it winds up being a trade.
So keep in mind, he
Oh, the prism.
did get killing the 4th, though. So if
Oh.
Mio is able to keep the 4th alive, he can just transfer his drones over this way.
Yep. Oh, he's gonna recall. He doesn't want to risk it. Not bad to be safe, but... And he did keep the 3rd alive, so it's actually not that bad, all things considered.
I'm not gonna lie, this first game has already got me excited. This is living up to the match. Mio versus Maples.
Yeah, it's trade and jabs back and forth. I like these kind of games.
So Mio's already killed 21 workers and Maples still has 52 probes. So he has been making probes like a madman. And he's still even on supply.
Yeah.
Both players just trading blows here.
We're actually going to have a sizable upgrade lead as Maples, which is going to be pretty nice, especially against Roaches. Rogue Ravengerling Bane, it looks like. I think this is a pretty good map for that comp, too. It can be really aggro, it's so small. Pretty decent fighting areas.
Queen shushing away the one Void Ray, who's staying alive this whole game with 21 kills.
Jesus. MVP right there.
It's a lot of Archons. But
Yeah, it's actually.
roaches are being made, so I mean, he sees it. He sees that Archons are being made. And no Immortals are on the field. Immortals are really what you want with the Archons to combat versus roaches.
Yeah. Maybe he's assuming Hydras. Because I don't. Has he gotten the scout on the Roach Warren? Let's see.
It's an expensive
No.
Warp Prism over here on the left with 2 Archons inside them.
Yeah.
Going into the main, thinking about the 4th.
Oh,
Drops a little bit, shows his hand. So now Meo knows it's on the field.
Oh, a little slow rotating to the main though, so it looks like there will be an opportunity.
Oh. As he's rotating to the main, though, he ends up running into 3 Archons and a group of Zealots.
What are these Archons doing? That's actually a big catch. Wow. Because Archons, against Ravagerling Bane, you really want them to scale. You want a big group of them. So trading them early especially for basically nothing, it really hurts.
And actually, only 5 drones have gone down in all this. So Mio is on top of moving his drones through the chaos. And Mio has really good upgrades. He's got 1-1 on his Lings, +2 almost finished, and even the Roaches are 1-1. See what Maples is sitting at here with the upgrades. He's got +1, +2.
Just about.
He's got double forge, so he's gonna be able to go even toe to toe with these upgrades here.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great trade for those Archons. Oh, he lost
he
one.
lost one
Man.
though.
It was looking really good until it wasn't. Man.
So through all this chaos, the only thing I'm a little bummed to see is no 4th base has been made. I understand he sees a lot of Zerg units, but we're approaching 12 minutes here. You really want to have that 4th base.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I kind of like what he's doing, though. Going into Robobay Tech is definitely a great way to play against people that like to make a lot of units off Lair Tech.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh, Prism looking for more.
He's done really good at keeping Mio on Mio's side of the map, though. So, like, right now, sneak it in. Throw a couple batteries in. Throw a gateway wall in. Alright, he's doing it.
Being said, I'm actually surprised there's no Infestation Pit just for Adrenal, if nothing else, because it makes the Lings so powerful.
Yeah, good point. I mean, to be fair, it's been pretty hectic, and Mio has kind of been, like, running his drones around. He hasn't really comfortably got anywhere saturated. I mean, if you look at his 4th base, there's 2 missing drones. If you look at his 3rd base, there's 4 missing drones. Even his natural, he has 6 missing drones here.
Maples finds the one gap that doesn't have any units at it, or at least 4 even.
And look at that Archon, 29 kills.
Oh, that Archon's going on an adventure, though.
He is.
Uh-oh.
Warp Prism coming to save him. Hopefully. Nice. Save the captain!
Okay.
Alright, got it.
There you go, nice. Oh, a little Ling run by looks like a Roach is made into the main somehow. What in the world?
How did Roaches get into the main, guys? What did we miss? And somehow Mio is max. Where is his army? What is going on? So much going on.
A lot of Roaches, it looks like. Not a lot of Banelings, so it's definitely good against this Colossus heavy instead of Disruptors.
This is maxed with 53 drones.
Oh my gosh, that is a massive.
This is a giant army. Oh no, the Captain Archon. Will he get one last kill? He does not.
Man, I'm
2
starting
Colossus,
to get
though. I kind of like the 2 Colossus here.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is at this point, we really need a 4th.
Well, it's almost turning into an all-in, because if you look at Meeple's natural, there's no probes there, Reaper.
Yeah, he's not making anymore.
I mean, he's got some long-distance mining going on, but this is becoming dire here for Maples. Does he have a Tempa Archives? Because he has a lot of gas. He can make a lot of Archons.
Yeah, he's making it now.
Yeah.
I'm just worried at this point, Mia's just going to have so much eco, he can just start taking bad fights and still winning with just using his economy lead.
Yeah, the supply is at 140 for Maples. You really want to get to, like, basically 160, then you start to feel safe versus Zerg. So we're not feeling safe yet. The Void Ray stayed alive this whole game.
Oh,
25 kills, and he's gonna
wow.
run away to tell the tale.
I will say though, Mio's maxed, and he's waiting for his upgrades. This actually gives Maples a fair bit of time to get a bigger army, which he really needs.
Well, the Templar Archive just finished, and we're going. We're supply blocked, and we're like, now's the time. He is at almost 160 supply though, so I mean, it's right at that supply where you start to feel safe. Mio's getting a great concave though here.
There's actually no
Gonna-
Ravagers in this army to break the force field, so they could be big.
Yep.
Oh, and he's hiding. I like how he's hiding the Ruptor and the Prism. I actually like that.
And he has 9. Uh-oh.
Oh,
2 Immortals going the wrong way. They're gonna get caught.
uh-oh. Oh, man, that's actually a huge catch. His army's super disjointed.
Oh, look at that Immortal though. It took
Yeah,
30
of them.
Banelings with him.
That actually wound up being pretty good for Maples, I want to say. All things
Yeah.
considered, with how jank that was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that Disruptor. Jesus. 11 roach kills on that bad boy.
So here we are. He does have a 4th. 2 more Colossus just popped. He's making more Archons. This is starting to look like a really scary army for Mio here. The Hive just started.
Yeah, for sure.
For Mio to face, sorry. Not for
Yeah.
Mio. But for
Yeah,
Mio, he's got to deal with here soon.
because now he's got a fair amount, like 4 Colossus, Disruptor, and he's got a bunch of Archons. Sentries all have plenty of energy.
Well, we know Maples isn't F2ing. He's got 10 Zealots in his 3rd mineral line, which he could bring some of those probes down to his 4th, but there's a lot going on, so he's just thinking about his army. Looks like we got a counterattack by Mio. I think this is the right
my
move by Mio
gosh.
here. Maples is actually coming back. Oh no.
Oh man, and this is a giant army too. Still only 56 drones for Mio, so this is just a gargantuan army. Well, hopefully Maples can catch some of the retreat. That's what he really needs. Oh my, his base is just getting ravaged. This is crippling.
So there's DTs waiting in the main. You know, Mio really doesn't have the money to totally replenish it though.
Yeah.
He has a lot of gas. I guess he could make a lot of Ravagers, but are Ravagers even what you want here?
Oh. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to say, but I mean, he's giving himself a win condition. All he needs to do is hold, I think.
With
'Cause
that being
now
said,
he's
the
just-
Hive finished. He has a lot of gas. Is he going to try and squeeze out a Viper or two?
Yeah. Is there an overseer on the? Oh, he didn't have an overseer for that DT. He needs to. Okay,
Oh.
there we go. He's transfusing.
Are we going to
Man.
get any Vipers? We're going to fight 4 Colossus and no Vipers, it looks like.
And Maples is up 20 supply on 10 less workers, so his army is giant compared to Mio's.
Yep.
Man. I think Maple's actually in a keen spot to take this. All the Colossus are caught out, though. All good force fields. Wow. I think he's actually going to do it.
And just like that, Maples takes it! Game 1.
Wow, and I think that was actually one of the better maps for Mio, even though it was a Maples pick, so I think that's definitely a good one to get a win on.
Well, buckle your seatbelts, guys. It's going to be a good series. Holy cow.
And now Royal Blood. We're just getting all the small maps out of the way, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I think the last map and this one both are the shortest at 33-second rush distance. So this is prone to be another good game, especially with a gold base on this map. Could see even some funny stuff.
Mio sticking to the green.
And he's a man of culture.
Maple sticking to the yellow. In the top right, we have MeomaikA.
In the bottom left, Maples.
All right, so last game was action packed from the get go
Yeah.
with a hatch block, canceled hatch block, into 2 zealots and a adept coming across the map. So let's see what we got here.
I know generally Mio likes to open pool first, even if he's not doing anything crazy. He just really feels safe with it, I guess. But I see him play it quite a lot, so I wonder if he's going to go for just a normal 16 pool per usual. Oh, no, 17 drone. So it's 17 pool, okay. Interesting. And it's not going to be a gas before pool, so it's nothing aggro from the looks of it. Main thing is, does he build 6 slings with it for pressure, or does he just build the 2? Oh, this probe's in here just in time to block. It's actually so annoying. He actually builds 2, so this is a much more passive one. He takes the forward base too, which is interesting. Gives him options to be aggressive later on. Maybe something like a queen walk could be in order.
Well, as you know, Maples kind of forces it. You're either taking a later hatch or you got to take the other base, right? So
It was actually core before Nexus, so he's respecting the pool first.
yep, 4 lings. So nothing crazy. Oh, ran by the probe. I guess he wants to force the zealot, maybe at least a chrono out of the adept.
Oh. Alright, there we go. Not a big supply block, it's very minor. It's actually not that big of a deal. Just already forgot it for a second.
So he forced the zealot and he forced the chrono out of the adept.
Yeah.
And the
And
probe
Mio,
dies. So here we are.
I guess this is a stylistic thing, just leaving 3 on gas is Mio.
Yep.
He did it last game too, so I think that's just what he does. Interesting. It's actually kind of nice because you can. It's a lot harder to make you be able to read you as a player if you're
Yeah,
doing stuff
totally.
like that.
Mio's pretty famous for his really fast lair. I mean, he likes ling drops. He likes just using
Yeah.
the lair in general.
Can't blame him. That's where the fun stuff starts.
Oh yeah, totally. So the adept does take some real damage here. Sees no third. Stargate is the tech.
Now, I wonder in this kind of game, since it's a lot less crazy from the get-go, is it just Oracle first? Because he sees nothing too crazy with the Adepts. It looks pretty normal.
So 2 adepts come in right before speed finishes. Are they going to be able to get something done here? It looks like they are.
Oh,
1
man,
drone,
yeah.
2 drones. 2 drones isn't necessarily enough. You normally want 3 or 4. Okay, you got the 3rd, so that is enough. Oh, 4th? Oh, he
Missed
misclicked.
target. It lives, though. Somehow.
1 HP.
And he did actually, somehow... Oh yeah, the other Adept got a drone before they shaded at the 3rd base, so it was actually 4 in total. And while 1 Adept lives, so 1 Adept for 4 drones and some hull damage on the other. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
totally. Totally worth it.
And it is going to be a Void Ray this time, again. So he's just playing extra safe, not taking any risks.
It's where you know it's a game of inches. It was like, it's only 2 drones. Oh, we're getting 3, 4.
Yeah, really. Oh. Uh-oh. We're getting some nasty Protoss this time. Bleep Beacon.
Okay.
Now, I wonder if it's going to be for the carriers or Tempest. I've seen Maples play both.
Yep. So he killed the Overlord, so there's no way for Mio to scout it as of right now. And there's no lair on the way yet.
Yeah.
He has 370 gas, though.
And he doesn't exactly have a lot of queens either. There goes the lair. This is actually going to be really scary if he doesn't get some kind of read on it. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
notice the
so he
later
starts a
carrier.
carrier before the 3rd. Could have dropped the third, but we're going for a carrier timing. Starts another carrier before the third. Okay.
And this is gonna hit like a truck.
So keep in mind, even though the Adepts didn't do too much last game, Meo is conscious that he win Adepts last game. So we'll see if he even wants to sprint to Hydras, because obviously you don't want to sprint to Hydras versus someone that likes to go Glaive Adepts. But in this scenario, Hydras is the right call. I mean, unless you want to go Mutas, that's the better call, but Spire to go Corruptors, but that's more of a wild card call, especially for someone that goes Glaives.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is gonna be a very scary push. I mean, we have.
So the carrier is just being shown though. So if any lings come by, he'll get a scout on it. I actually don't like that. I think you should have the carriers in the main like kind of tucked away, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But looks like he'll get away with it. Well, is he not gonna put? Maybe he wants to wait for 4 to push. But no, that other one was 5 block, never started. So he's just gonna push with 3 maybe. But now
So it
he's
is
giving a
Hydras.
chance. Yeah. Hydras are actually gonna get out now.
So here comes
Maple's
the
out.
lings. They're gonna get a scout.
Yeah, and
There's
Maples
just
hasn't seen the Hydra den, so he's not confirmed.
okay. So the lings see the carriers. They even saw that they wanted to be on the way, and he was already making Hydras. What do you think, Reaper? Who's this favor in here?
Well, I think if it moves out, and Maples could be in trouble because he can get caught out because he doesn't actually know about the Hydras, which is where they're strong. But if Maples knew, you just stay at home behind cannon battery with carriers, and the Hydras will never be able to kill you. So you kind of have to go in as Vipers, as Zerg. Oh, big run by. Only 2 probes though.
A little bit of a supply block too.
Yeah.
Killed 2 overlords on the way over.
I'm a little worried because these carriers are going over creeps. The Hydra's going to be speedy. Just hope they don't get caught out for Maple's sake. Okay, sees him. Now I think we just go home. Chill out. I wouldn't even mind a recall just to be extra safe, but no, he's fairly safe. Actually, very interesting. Mio goes for ranged over. I mean, I guess he's going to get both upgrades, but he prioritizes getting range first, probably just because it's cheaper.
Okay,
And
so he sees a lot of carriers. How many
yeah.
carriers we got on the field here? We got 4.
This is definitely going to be a hard task as Mio, because Hydras aren't going to scale like the carriers do. You really need something else. Unless you can just get really good positioning, but it's quite hard versus a high carrier count. Maple's going to charge. I like that, because obviously he doesn't want to use gas on anything like Banes, so Zealots are always good in these kind of games. He's breaking the rocks. I wouldn't even mind seeing something like a big Hydra Queen timing or something like that, but... yeah, I mean, at this point I think there's just too many carriers. You kind of have to play it out from a uncomfortable position.
Templar Archives just now getting started though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Mio just goes... well, no. That being said, as soon as I start to say that, he throws out an Infestation Pit, so...
I think
yeah,
we're gonna get maxed before Storm here, right?
yeah, I mean, if he keeps pumping units...
Storm is a pretty quick upgrade though. It's 79 seconds. With a couple chronos, you can knock that down to 50 seconds real quick.
oh, kill on the 4th, no cancel. That's actually a big deal. Building carriers is expensive, can't really afford those kind of free losses.
+2 is also about 100 seconds away from being finished.
I'm very curious, does Mio use the Infestation Pit for Infestors Microbial, or does he go straight for Vipers in this case? Usually it's a stylistic thing, but curious what he likes.
Well, the lair hasn't been, or the hive hasn't been started, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, they
guess
are.
Infestors.
Yeah, the only scary thing now is he's gonna have to deal with Stormy Boys under there. So I think when you see Storm, you kind of need a Lurker Den, and then you just got to turtle into a late game. Because doing timings versus Carrier Storm with pure Hydra, essentially, with a couple Infestors, That's a hard sell.
So Maples is chronoing out +2. He'd really like for +2 to finish
Yeah.
for this attack here of Meo.
All his Templar have at least, well, just about all of them have a storm.
Starting to make immortals too. I like it. I
It's
wonder if
actually,
both players were like, all right, last game was a little crazy. Let's do the totally opposite this game.
yeah, it's actually, yeah, this is gonna be actually really hard for Mio, I think. I mean, it's a lot of Hydras, don't get me wrong. Good upgrades too, but storms are, oh my, oh god. Oh, storms are just brutal. That's 50 supply just melted away into the oblivion. Goodness. And he doesn't even have microbial energy anymore, so he can't fight the carriers by themselves. I mean, at
Oh,
this point, I think it's just 29 more Hydras, but what are you going to do?
GG.
Yeah. Army just doesn't scale with carriers. Man,
I
carrier
don't
storm.
know if you noticed, but there was zealots in both the bases too.
Yeah.
It was very much so GG. Very well played by Maples there. Mio is back against the wall here, down 0-2.
Yeah. Maples gets scary when he's comfortable. It's not what you want.
He's sticking with green,
Smart guy.
and Maples is sticking with yellow.
Ancient Cistern is the next one. A bit of a bigger map, but not definitely not immune to doing some funny stuff on this map too.
In the bottom left, in the green, MeomaikA.
And the top right, yellows, Maples. So again, nothing super crazy. No super fast drone leaving. Curious what the game plan for these two this time will be. Being said, okay. Probe was just taking a poke, making sure nothing funny. Gate Scout again. It was just interesting. Maples isn't usually Gate Scout, but I think it just works out well against people that play any kind of early pool stuff. You don't expect him to go hatch first. But this game, he was actually taking advantage of that, and he is going to go hatch first.
Yeah, totally. And we all know Maples is going to feel a little dagger in his heart when he sees the hatch first, and he wasn't there to block it.
Yep. It's actually pool before gas, so another very safe opening from Mio, even though he's going to hatch first. Very safe.
Doing the famous fake.
Every time.
Mio doesn't pull workers, though. Even if he built the pylon, Mio wouldn't pull the workers. Don't ask me how I know.
Nothing too crazy this game, though. This looks like it's actually the most standard game so far.
Yeah, totally.
Double Queen.
So Maples hasn't scouted after pylon or before like he normally likes to do any of the games. Do you think we got a 12 pool coming in the future here, or what are you thinking as a Zerg player? I mean, I know you're already 12 pulling last 3 games anyways, but
Well,
If you weren't 12 pulling and you were seeing this, what are you thinking?
Gate Scout's actually good against most cheeses. It's only very few particular builds that are only good against Gate Scout, but they're not very popular. So, I mean, I think really you just take your natural if he's going to keep doing this and just play from a comfortable spot. I mean, you don't really want to have to deal with the pro block. That's the main reason people go pool first. If they either want to be safe or if they want to... Oh, actually. That Stalker can't fit in that wall, right? Or can't? Oh, it
Oh
can't.
yeah,
Wow, it looks so
they
close.
can.
Jesus.
Stalkers are skinnier than they appear, man.
I'm tripping, dude. I really thought. So,
They
oh, he's
can
doing
squeeze in.
Twilight, so I'm assuming it's going to be another Glaives build.
Really, actually, thanks to the one buff Protoss got, every Protoss unit can now squeeze through that little gap,
Wow.
including the Archon.
Okay. I'm actually surprised Maple's Chronos the Cyber in front of Mio.
So it's 3-gate glaive with a robo. So he's also gonna have a warp prism, I'm guessing, with this.
Yep.
Chronoing out glaive.
You know, I would really like to see the 3/8 Glaives into Disruptor drop that Max Pax was playing. I think it would go really well against someone that you know likes to counter attack versus this kind of stuff. Or like do a counter all in sometimes. I
Yeah.
think it's really strong in that case because Disruptor is just great at defending that kind of stuff.
So once again, the Lings just barely missed the Adepts coming out. I gotta say, little
Oh,
lucky. Little
a
lucky
battery.
that happened twice now.
Yep. Super annoying. So yeah, they're going home now. Booking it. That being said, Mio definitely has an overdrone, and he's going Hydras this game again. Okay, this is a much faster Hydras than he went last time, I believe.
A little bit of a build order counter, I'd say, right? So the Adepts shaded in before Glaives was done.
Yeah.
So he's gonna recall them because you don't want to lose those with no glaive, right?
I think he just, for this, he just wanted to poke force units earlier, so he had less drones, and then he's going to catch them droning to catch back up with the second wave. That's the main
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that was a really smart play actually, and it worked out. He only lost 2 Adepts.
Yeah. The only
He's
scary
got it.
thing is, Mio didn't want to build drones in the first place from the looks of it, so he's going to be moving into a lot of units. And Glaives are good against Hydras, but if you're outnumbered that severely, Hydras actually trade really well, because you're only trading Lings for the Adepts if you have enough units. And then it's
This
not
is
scary at all.
6 gates though, Reaper.
True, yeah.
This is a lot of Adepts.
I think Mio, if you pull the Queens and make the Queens and Lings tank, it's probably your best bet. But if you let those Adepts get on the Hydras, it's going to be all
Oh,
over.
oh, oh,
Oh
oh,
no, the Hydras.
they're
Well,
gonna.
Hydras sneak their way to the back, but that is a lot of Glaives.
Wow, Zerg's actually cleaning it up way better than I ever would have thought.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna try and warp in more.
I think it's actually okay, because the Lings are all gone. There's no buffer for the Hydras anymore. And at
Okay,
this
and the
point,
warp prism stayed alive.
yep.
Oh,
The
you're
scary
right.
thing, yeah. He just
Wow.
had Hydras. You just need critical mass, and he just never got a critical mass of Hydras. It was mainly just Lings.
Well, if we ever thought Mio's back was up against the wall last game, now it's really up against the wall.
Yep.
He's got a giant Canadian tree hugger standing there with an axe too.
Now I will say, of all the maps, this is definitely a pull first kind of map.
Very true. Reaper's favorite. That must mean it's good for cheese.
Well, I never said cheese. Hold your horses. I just go pull first map. Big difference. Big difference.
All right. This is what I've been waiting for, guys. Notice how I've been saying he's sticking with the green every time. We got a
Oh,
red MeomaikA here now on our hands.
he's out for blood.
He's out for blood in the bottom right. MeomaikA.
And the top left, That being said, he is starting a drone, so no 12 pull today.
And Maples is scouting early. So a 13 pylon, just so he doesn't have to send 2 probes.
I wonder if this is a mind game. He went Gate Scout last time, wants him to try and go hatch first again so he can block it again.
Yeah, totally.
See if it pays off. No, it looks like it's gonna be pull first. So this time, the mind game's working in Mio's favor a little bit.
So he went for pool anyways. So the probe gets there and it's a little bit sad.
Yep. And now since he sees the probe, he knows he can send the drone a bit early to take the third. So he's not gonna have to float the extra while he runs over there.
Yeah, totally.
This time, I think this is a bit of a faster gas than the previous pull first game. If I'm
2
not
gates.
mistaken.
2 gate opener here.
I like how he puts the other gate in the back. It's kind of hard to scout. Actually,
We'll see though,
this
because
is,
don't you kind of need another gate for the wall anyways? So
yeah, I think
what
he
are we
just
gonna
wants
go
to,
3 gate here?
It's actually weird. Maples is cutting probes, too. Like, he's just not making probes. I
I
don't know
think he
what this...
wants the Nexus to appear normal. But if you're gonna scout the Nexus, you're gonna see the second gate anyways, right? So
Yeah. This is very interesting. I don't know if this is a particular build order, I guess, he had in mind. Because I haven't seen this from Maples before, actually. This is very strange.
he canceled the pylon so he can get 2 adepts out immediately. So this is a very committed 2 adepts here.
Yeah, definitely. Still no probes even. No pylon on the way. There we go.
So the Overlord accidentally sees both gates, by the way. And I
It's
say
okay.
accidentally because it was heading to the main.
Yep. Wow,
Okay, he
this is...
sees 2. That's a big scout. That Overlord.
Yeah.
Bless thou Blizzard for giving us that scout, right?
Man. I'm actually, And now Maple started with probes, another gas. I don't know if I like this against pull first, because you already know they're going to have lings. It's kind of... I mean, I guess if he knows it's later gas, he knows he has a lot of free time. That's a lot of lings for Mio, though. Oh, yeah, 16 lings. Jeez Louise, that's scary.
He's in the red trunks. He's out for blood.
Yeah.
Means business this game, Reaper.
A little bit of a supply block, so we'll see
Oh,
if he wants to continue drones or not.
no queen here. He didn't target any drones, though.
Yeah, just
He's just
trading
going
out
for
for
lings.
lings. Definitely interesting. Probably a bit of a mistake, but... I mean, it's just strange because Maple's cut probes for so long. This is still actually, I'd say, even good for Mio. He's up in drones, which isn't normal at this stage of the game for Zerg. Usually you don't overtake Protoss and workers until like the 30-40 drone mark. So I think this is actually, all things considered, a pretty good start for Mio.
So Warp Gate finishes. There's just no way that he gets in here.
No. I think he just committed to it already. He thought he had to get something to trade for his lings. Didn't lose them for nothing, but... And it looks like it is going to be Glaives again. It's on 4 gates. I wonder if he just sticks on 4.
Roachhorn on the way.
And a layer. Oh,
And
actually.
I'm in Mio's vision. He saw the probe leave. So he's looking for it.
Oh, does he see it? Oh, he did see it. Nice. And the way this layer and Roachhorn times out, he's going to be able to start Roach speed straight away. So he's going to have a lot of units. So if he stops droning, just makes pure units from this point, I think he's going to absolutely crush any kind of Glaives push.
Pretty hefty supply block. We got 3 pylons on the way, though.
Yep.
Maples is the laser Protoss.
Oh. Mio's actually committing to 3 spores just in case his DTs. That's actually very expensive for someone that doesn't have DTs on the way. Very expensive at this stage. But that
I
being
mean,
said,
you kind of have to though. Well, I guess he didn't. He has a overseer.
yeah. Just being extra safe. Oh man, this is going to be a giant all-in actually for Mio. I think he's going to just crush this push and counter all-in. He's only on 32 workers, but he's going to have a giant army. Oh. Man, but that being said, since he's on such low worker count, he really can't afford to take much damage because he's just on such a low amount of workers. That being said, he is droning up now.
Squeezing in a few drones.
Yeah, it's going to be a little scary because Maple's going to get immortal production now that he's seeing these roaches. I actually kind of like how Maple's doing this, though. 2 split adepts, or 2 split groups. It's very hard to keep track of them. Oh, 2 adepts in the main get caught. 3rd cancels. And 2 adepts in the natural, though, forcing the pull. Honestly, though, all things considered, pretty decent for Mio. But I really like Maple's follow-up, going for Robo Bay.
I don't like charge though, right? What's the
Yeah,
charge? Why not blink?
Charges definitely against roaches. Yeah, I'm not sure about charge.
Maybe he just wants run bys. I guess.
Maybe.
Hopefully, it's not a mistake. Maples has been known to blunder a few mistakes here and there. You know,
Yeah.
the craziest
Oh,
Nexus
these
yet.
adepts. Oh no, getting these adepts caught is actually disaster. He might actually be in a lot of trouble. Mio,
So
I mean,
the Nexus says it all. He's feeling the
oh yeah,
pressure here.
definitely. I mean, I think this game's. It's not over, but it's definitely not a good spot for Mr. Maples. I had to use super battery super early just to buy time. If Mio makes like 1 or 2 revs, keeps poking, that disruptor is not going to be out in time. But it's hard to say. Oh, Maple's going to throw another force field. Oh, now he sees the disruptor, he knows. Oh, big whiff too. Shot it way too early. I actually think Maples is in a lot of trouble. Especially charge. I mean, charge is absolutely useless now.
Well, the funny thing is he can't make stalkers. So now
Yeah.
his charge lots are. It's like he predicted it.
It's true. I didn't think about that actually. Neo's got to be careful though. This
Big shot. We need it to be big.
That
That
is
was big.
definite.
That was
And there's
big.
another one. Another one about to pop, and Mew's feeling the
Oh!
Ooh, good
Actually,
split.
great
Good
split.
Yep. Only
Are
lost
the
one
charge
roach.
lots gonna be the right move? Ah, they're derping.
Oh. Yeah, I mean at this point Maples is just has to
Oh, he
rely
killed
on
the
the
super battery.
Maples has to rely on disruptors, but I mean if he survives he'll be in a good spot. He's got a base and a bunch of disruptors against a roach player, but I just don't see. It's very hard. Oh, he's actually gonna lose one of the disruptors too, which is a bit of a disaster. And Mia's doing the right thing, just lings here. I mean, it's hard at first to charge lots, but with the disruptors, you can just micro for days. Oh, another disruptor goes down, yeah. I mean, at this point, even if he does live, he's losing all the important units, so he's not going to be able to scale into a good later stage. Oh, another great split. Man, oh man, yeah. I think Mia's got this one.
All right, what's the term I'm going for here? It's not Super Saiyans, right? But when they change colors, it's like they're superpowers.
Oh, shit, I'm not sure.
We now have to deal with the red Mio. He's out for blood.
True. He's no playing around in this game. He had a really good read on what to do and just stuck with it. Yeah, I mean, Maples, at this point, he's just dreaming for a supernova, but...
You know, with that being said, though, Maples was holding on pretty good for quite a while there. But
Yeah.
he was just full pedal to the metal here. There was no pulling back for Mio.
Yeah, not at all. Man, I'm actually curious about that build Maples did, though, because he kind of got himself behind cutting probes that long for the faster depths. It's very
And,
interesting.
if the Adepts didn't get caught,
Yeah, I mean
might
that
have
was
been a
actually
hold there.
huge. Yeah, because I mean it was a fair amount of roaches, but a lot of lings too, right? So, man.
So, he's got a point on the board. MeomaikA. What
Yep.
color is he going for this game? Reaper.
I mean, shoot, he's got to go red now, right?
Yeah. He's looking red.
Dragon scales. I think this
You know, it would be a funny mind game. Maples goes like orange this game. He's like, you got a super color, I have a super color.
Oh man, he was funny.
Ah, he's going yellow. All right.
I think this map is actually pretty decent for both. I think this is actually a pretty good Roach Hydra map if you're gonna play that kind of stuff.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say we're not seeing Glaive Adepts this game. What's Maples gonna do?
I mean, that carrier build looked really, really difficult to deal with. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that again. Or maybe just, we haven't seen any actually normal, like hero style type stuff. It's all been kind of glaive adapts, carriers, a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool for him to throw it out. But in the top left, sporting the red trunks, he is out for blood, MeomaikA.
And the bottom right, showing a little bit of weakness finally, is Maples. It
Yeah,
looks
holy
like,
cow, is Maples looking strong those first 3 games though. Even that last game, like there was some blunders, but I think he just got kind of caught like, oh crap, I'm going Glaives for someone that's all inning me. Kind of one of those like fluster moments, you know?
oh, and it looks like Maples is going to win out this time. Full first versus the Gate Scout. So, a little bit better for Maples.
Yep.
It looks like this time Mio's opting for a later gas, because last time he went gas before expoing, so. Curious on and there we go. Okay, so he'll reactively take the gas and start 2 turn. I actually like that. Okay.
So this was Maple's map choice.
Hmm. Wonder what he has planned.
So Gresvan was MeomaikA's.
I don't know about
Royals
this,
was MeomaikA's.
I would be unfathomably scared to put a pylon on my wall versus MeomaikA. That is a terrifying thought.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Man, I wonder if that's almost a bait. Because that is a... Oh man. Mew's definitely the kind of guy to see that and Battle of the Metal.
I think he's pedaling to the metal anyways, Reaper. He's wearing the red.
True, very true. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. He's been doing this pull first stuff, leaving in gas every time, so it would be super hard for Maples to scout, even if he did see the gas. It is Warp Gate before any kind of tech, so more than likely not Stargate, unless it's a mind game. And it looks like it will be Stargate. Okay, so a little bit of a mind game coming out. Usually, this isn't the sequence of things, but Mio scouts, and maybe he just feels safe to assume. That's what Maples is hoping. Maybe he'll skip spores or something. Because Mio doesn't seem like a heavy queen maker. Like a lot of Zergs out on the ladder are.
2 Adepts. Looking for damage. They get a drone pull.
It's not nothing, especially for not losing them. It's basically free damage, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
So he sees the third hatch. Speed is done though. These adepts got to figure out what they want to do here real quick.
Yep. And it's Void Ray again, so this actually makes me think, well...
So he sees speed is done. Do we recall? Or do we just kind of sit here?
Oh. Fair amount of surface area on those. Maybe one goes down? Maybe? Oh, wow.
Well, at least he gets one drone. So he's adding 2 gas and the fleet beacon. So this is a reactive fleet beacon.
Yeah, I wonder what Mia's gonna do differently this time. Because, well, he's gonna know it's... That's the thing. Maples went Warp Gate before Stargate, but then he also went Void Ray. So
The
he's gonna
adepts
show his
died,
hand.
and there's no, okay. Void Ray's here, just shush him away.
Oh, I think that's actually a big tail forge like that.
But he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
And the Overlord's not there to see it.
It's another pretty fast layer. Oh, gets the probe. It's a little annoying.
So Lair's almost done.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see. Did he get the read and go Spire, or is he gonna go Hydras again?
Oh,
I mean,
the
Hydras
sling.
aren't terrible, but...
The sling saw the forge, though. I mean, I guess that could still mean hero style, but
Well, if I saw
the
a
only
forge and it
time
wasn't
Maples made
upgrading...
cannons was when it was carriers.
Yep. And especially if the forge isn't spinning, no upgrades. Usually you time it where it starts +1 with your blink or charge or whatever it's gonna be, so...
This is a cancel third here. And the
Yeah.
Lings are going to stay alive to cancel it again. And possibly force a reveal on the carriers. So this is a totally different scenario than what we had last time. Because last time the carriers kind of went unscouted for quite a while. So the Lings are going to wrap around.
It is Hydras again, so I wonder if Mio's going to try and do a pre-storm timing this time, or if he's just going to play it different in some other way.
Alright, so we see the carriers at the first carrier this time.
Yep, another
Sees the second carrier. Decides to stick around.
Yeah, not the best trade, but getting delay is always nice. I mean, that third is super 630 of third. Jeez.
So he's got both Hydra upgrades in queue. Remember, this is the red MeomaikA, guys. He is coming. It's a matter of minutes before he's attacking this this carrier player.
He is actually adding drones, so looks like he wants to do a bit of a later timing. It's hard to say.
I will say though, like, I don't hate Maple's position.
No. I mean, I think when you're going carriers, you kind of want to see Hydras, right? That way you know
Void
there's
Ray
no fuckers to be scared about.
lives to tell a day.
Yeah. Now he gets confirmation on what's going on. And the big thing here is also +1's about to be done for Maple. It's going to be done. And Mio has
And there's
Evos
no
in sight.
Evo.
So I think this is going to be probably pure Hydra, no Infestor, hyper committed is what I would assume. But that being said, you never know.
That's a lot of carriers at this point, though.
Yeah, and he's going to attack into +1 and cannons is what I'm worried about.
And batteries, yeah. But the natural is pretty unprotected here by Maples. I wonder if he's just going to do the whole YOLO into the natural.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. I think what he needs to do, if he can't get under the carriers to where there's cannons, he probably just has to trade out versus the interceptors, take a rough trade, but if you can trade well enough, or keep enough Hydras alive after killing the interceptors, you can kill some probes, it'll be worth it.
So Maples is building a battery in the natural. He realizes there's no fort, the Void Ray confirmed it.
Yep. And Tempo Archive's almost done, so Storm will be starting soon. But it looks like Mio's probably not gonna let him get there. Man, speedy Hydras. Yeah, that is a lot of cannon battery. Starts more static than natural, so let's see. Oh, he only shot some of the interceptors. They weren't all actually shot at once. But +1 is done for these guys, so
There's almost no interceptors already, Reaper.
yeah.
He's only got 18 interceptors left.
The Hydras are halfway shooting at the carriers and interceptors though, but there we go. They finally clear out the interceptors, and now it's just cannon battery. Maples needs to kind of wait and
Oh,
let these
no.
guys charge up.
I think he needs to give up the third. He
Yeah.
has to. There's no holding this.
I think it's actually not terrible as long as if he gets all these interceptors back and he can take a good fight since he has +1. I think once he's recharged, he can clean up the rest of these Hydras. If he gets full
Do you go
interceptor
hunt
count.
down the probes as Mio here?
Yeah, I think... Does Maples have recall? Okay, he has a recall if he needs it. He definitely should be recalling those. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, he recalls.
Perfect time. So all things considered, this is good for Mio, but... Oh, and there he goes Spire after. Okay, I like that, but his upgrades are also going to be very, very behind.
Maples has a ton of gas, and the Temple Archive's finished. I think it's worth getting.
Maples could actually do a super diddly counter timing if he wanted to.
Okay, so the Ling, the hero Ling, scouts the move out.
It's actually a lot of Hydras still. And if these guys ever get caught to where they can get pounced on underneath the carriers, but Maple sees.
I mean, this is so many probes. Long distance mining actually almost isn't even that bad.
Yeah.
So he is starting Storm. Pretty severely supply blocked though. Needs to throw a few pylons down.
Yeah, there he
He's
goes.
going for the main. I really like this move.
Yeah, jump straight on the lair. Be super annoying. Mio actually sees nothing at the third still, so he knows they're out on the map somewhere.
The
He's just trying
Spire's
to
over
find
here to the right. Oh, he's not going to the main. Oh, I would really like it.
Yeah, this is actually unfortunate. Well,
You going to the main?
oh, no, he gave it away.
Where are we
Actually,
going?
this is really hard for Mio. Yeah, he has to give up the base, because otherwise he's going to have to split the Hydras, and that just doesn't work against this amount of carriers.
Oh, a lot of Overlords going to go down here.
Yeah, super annoying for
Oh,
Mio.
we didn't want him, I guess.
Oh no, definitely can't fight that. Oh no. I think we just wait for Storm at this point, but now Corruptors are on the way. We are going to have +2 versus 0 upgraded Corruptors, so...
I like this double sneaky fourth here.
Yeah, true. 38 pros on his natural, holy cow. Needs to transfer them bad boys.
So Corruptors are being made. It's got a decent amount of Corruptors. +2 is almost finished here for Maples, though. No upgrades still.
Oh. Uh-oh, one of those gonna die. Maybe two.
Oh, it's the captain, too. He's got 30
Oh,
kills. Ah.
Not anymore. Rip. I mean, every carrier counts, especially when you have this many Hydras. It's a big deal. So I think for the upcoming fight, though, Maples just needs to target fire the Corruptors with his carriers and then storm the Hydras, zone them out. I think that's the play here. Whoa, he actually... Does he have Storm? Okay, he has Storm already. So he has
Storm, but no
apparently-
batteries.
Yeah.
So here we go. They're
See the
all
micro.
stacked in, though. The Storm's going to be huge. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, the Storm's huge. Corruptor's also huge, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of getting to the point where Maples isn't super far. Like, Mio's about to max out, and that's as good as his army's going to get until he gets better upgrades or Hive or something, which isn't on the way yet. The longer the game goes, Maple's army gets bigger, it's going to be way better, while all those Hydras are still in Mio's army.
Totally. +3's on the way, too. If we get +3, man, this is going to be so scary for MeomaikA.
Yeah. So, I mean, no carapace on anything. It's just all of it's going to melt, especially with Storm. It's going to be disgusting. It's actually only 2 Archons is the only real way to deal with these corruptors. Kind of funny. Storm and the 2 Archons. He doesn't really have any Void Rays or anything, so. If Mio gets a butt ton of corruptors, but even then, no upgrades, they're just gonna melt.
Supply is starting to look really good for Maples here. This sneaky 4th could be the game-winning decision here.
Yeah.
Mio's gonna think he's denying the 4th here. That's not the 4th.
Not at all. Oh, it's getting scary. Oh, big storm? Alright, it's okay, storm. He's trying to fish, but now
I think
Maples is
Maples
adding on to the
has this.
voids. Yeah, I mean, it's just the upgrades, really. Oh, no. I mean, I don't even think these corruptors can fight these carriers. The upgrades are just too
Not
good.
when they're all yellow, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they just melt without upgrades. Jesus. Man.
And he's gonna have +3. Wow.
Oh no. Oh no, you just never can take this fight as Mio.
Oh
Doesn't even get a
no.
carrier. Man, I think he kind of knows. At this point, all you can do is Spore Wall, make Lurkers and Turtle, and pray to God you don't get A-moved until your upgrades kick in. I'm actually surprised. He's continuing Hydra upgrades, which is interesting.
Guys, I'm gonna embarrass Maples a little bit right now, but if he wins this game, he's gonna be clapping his hands in enjoyment. He's a clapper. He claps his hands when he's excited. And let me tell you, this is a big win. This is a good win.
Yeah, definitely.
I can already hear it now. He's clapping.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't fight and be on the map as Mio. I think you just got a Turtle, but Mew's, oh, actually, nice multi-prong, but cannons are there. Super battery
Lot of
cannons,
cannons,
plenty
yeah.
enough.
So this is the fight.
Yeah. Oh, no, that rally, too. The retreat.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is the only place he actually has a real Spore Wall is this base. It happens to be the one Maples is attacking into, but, I mean, he just has so much.
Wow.
The upgrades are just killer.
The patience prevailed today. Very well played, Mr. Maples. Wow, what a series. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
I'd like to give
Congratulations, Maples.
a shout out to T Gosu. Thanks for hosting the show match, as always. Excellent team here. And make sure you guys give a follow. There's more of this to come. And thanks for tuning in. And thanks for casting, Reaper. That was awesome.
Yeah,
And thanks to MeomaikA and Maples for coming out and playing your hearts out. That was a great series.
GG's, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for casting, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks Kirby. Thanks for being here also, and amazing cameramanship.
Thanks. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for the show match. Maples takes it 4-1, so I think it's $70 for Maples, $30 for MeomaikA, is how that breaks down.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna raid Shui. So, have a good night, everybody.
Awesome.